Well, it was a fishing line that caught an owl, or rather it snagged the bird, leaving it, you see here, dangling helplessly above the river. All right, we have some good news though. Some hikers came along, rescued this injured bird, and today our Nick Barris was there when it headed back into the wild.
You can just call them the Fellowship of the Owl.
We are now.
We're owl whisperers.
I couldn't let that animal just sit there and die.
This group of strangers came together for a single purpose. They all just happened to be hiking along the Stones River Greenway when
We saw the owl dangling in the line over the water.
you can see from these photos how the bird's wing was snagged on some discarded fishing line hanging from a tree.
See that branch out there? It was out there on the end.
The group knew they had to do something but couldn't reach the bird. Then Robert Thompson showed up with a rope.
Rumors of me riding in on a white horse like a cowboy and lassoing that are greatly exaggerated.
That's exactly how it went.
He had a white Chevy.
Thompson used the rope to pull the exhausted owl free, his daughter Melanie standing by along the riverbank.
I was ready to jump into the water in case whenever they got it down, in case it fell into the river, and we didn't want it to drown.
Fortunately, that didn't happen, and Andy Titus gathered the bird up on shore. They then rushed the owl to Walden's Puddle Wildlife Rehabilitation in Jolton. That was 1 month ago.
Well, I'm ecstatic.
This was earlier today. Turns out the owl was not badly hurt, just a soft tissue injury that healed. The Fellowship all returned to see the bird released back into the wild in the same area he was found.
A lot of raptors will mate for life, and so we always aim to release them back where they came from so they can return to their mate.
Joanna Prosser with Walden's Puddle says this is what it's all about.
We like to think of it as giving wildlife a second chance.
And then it was time. Everyone gathered for the big moment, and it happened in a flash.
Here he goes. Went the wrong way.
The owl swooping out of the cage and back healthy to the greenway where it belongs.
That's awesome.
So it was wonderful. It's beautiful seeing him go back home. Love it.
Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Walden's Puddle says so much of the wildlife they see suffer injuries from man-made hazards. Discarded fishing line is one of the biggest problems, not only for owls, but for turtles and waterfowl like ducks.